You and the fucking bingo balls.
Oh,
No, that's all right.
there we go.
That's how we started. We started it off that way anyway. So I'm here. My name is Paul Brumbaugh, and you're on the edge. I'm sitting here in San Francisco in my studios at edstudiosonline.com. And you would think I would have my stuff together. Okay, my shit together. I can say that, right?
Yeah, it's
my
not
shit
made for kids.
Yeah, it's not made for kids. We just told YouTube that. So
Yeah.
I'm sitting here with Mark Neuer and Emma Brennan. How are you guys doing?
I'm on the edge.
I'm
You're
on the fucking edge,
I'm
dude.
fucking
I'm
edge.
fucking
Dude, I'm so edged right
edge
now.
of insanity. Oh
Edging.
my god.
Don't edge right now.
That's not the
a
edge
good
I'm
thing.
on.
Not
Full
the edge.
blown leaking right now, dude.
Yeah. So part of it was we were all late.
What? I was here first.
No, you were here first, but you were here first though.
I was here first
You
at
were
like
actually on
105.
time. You were on
First
time.
and late.
You were on time. Okay, so Mark and I were late.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what we're doing here. We're here. It's a Tuesday. It's
Yeah.
the Tuesday, 14th of November.
Holy
we're about
shit.
10 days away from Turkey Day.
What's
Ooh.
going on with the Turks?
No, nothing with
Oh,
the Turks. I
oh.
mean the turkeys.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
Thanksgiving.
gobble gobble. You know,
Yeah.
like eating food.
I thought it was another genocide coming up. I don't.
No,
I didn't know what was going
yeah,
on,
you
dude.
know that's the way to start off a comedy show is with lots of genocide.
Murder.
So you were talking about going home, Emma. You going home because home for you is what? Pennsylvania.
Oh, what? No, I'm not going to Pennsylvania. Fuck that noise. My grandma, she's flying out from Pennsylvania to come visit my family for Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna be with my Grammy, my big mama. We call her Big Mama because she's from the South.
There you go.
My brothers and my parents.
Okay, cool. So you don't have to do any traveling,
No, not really. Just to the East Bay.
just to
Yeah,
the East Bay,
yeah,
right on.
easy
And then Mark, you were talking about possibly going out to the Valley.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that.
You decided against it in the
Yeah,
last
yeah.
3 to 5 minutes. You
Yeah.
decided, yeah, that's not for you.
I keep going up and down with it. I don't think I'm going to do it.
So you'll probably change your mind at least one more time.
Oh, probably like 30 more times.
Okay,
That's
cool.
how visiting family is, though.
So then, if you weren't going to go, yeah, because sometimes, well, so good times come with family, and sometimes family doesn't come with good times,
That's true.
Oh, of course. That's right for every family, right?
right? I agree, 100%. I mean, you're supposed to, like that holiday, you're supposed to be able to eat and relax and not have to worry about anything, right?
Yeah.
Except for insults flying your way or whatever.
Yeah. Well, if
Whatever
you've
the
ever
deal
met
is.
me, I mean, and I don't know if you ever met me before, Paul.
No, I've never met you before.
I'm not.
What have
yeah.
we known each other for? 8?
No. Probably five and a half,
No.
5.5, 6 years. Because I've been doing comedy for 7.5 years. 7.
But we
I didn't start out here, though, right?
no, probably not. Yeah, I would have to ask you that.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
No.
I didn't. No.
I'm just thinking that from the moment. So I know when I met you the very first time was on Jen Show, Friends with Jenefits,
Wow.
and it was at Mutiny Radio,
Yeah.
and it was our mutual friend Jen.
So that's probably 7.5 years ago. I've known you my
Uh,
entire career in comedy.
But wait, hold on. Did you start out here?
No.
That was my way of.
Yeah. No, I
Pretending I was
and I
doing
met
it.
her in Manteca at the bar that I started in, and it was at Club 133 on West Yosemite Avenue, Manteca. And then I wasn't working, so it was like I would do their little I would take over their karaoke on Sundays for 5 minutes to do my set, but throughout the week they opened at 6 a.m. So I'd wake up at like whatever time, whenever I wanted to, and go over right across the street to the bar, and they had Wi-Fi. I didn't have a phone. They had Wi-Fi, and they had
Right.
like $1 coffee. So I'd give them $1. They'd give me a fucking cup of coffee, and I'd say they'd use it like my office, and I'd write notes, and that's how I met Jen. What is it? Jennifer Johnson.
So we'll use her stage name because I can't remember what alias she prefers to use. So Jen Eros.
Jen Arrows. Right.
So Jen Eros had a show called Friends with Jenefits.
Uh-huh.
That was even a farther stretch for me to remember.
Right.
Friends with Jenefits on Mutiny, and you came there, and I'm trying to remember.
Kiefer Forsyth was the character that was with me.
I was trying to remember who the other person on the show was. There you go.
Kiefer.
And then all I remember is you guys being introduced to me, and Jen introduced me as some sort of legend or something, and I'm like, what the? I hate when. Okay, for one, not a legend.
Yeah.
Not even in my own mind.
Right.
Am I a legend? Okay. But let alone, I think she says, "Hey, San Francisco legend," and I'm like, "Who walked in behind me, Robin?
Right.
What's going on?"
Right.
And then she introduced me to you guys, and you guys were like literally fresh off the tomato truck. Is that
Yeah.
what comes from the valley?
Yeah,
That are
pretty much.
almonds.
Yeah, a lot of almonds.
Lots of
A
almonds.
lot of almonds and walnuts. A lot of almonds.
A lot of nuts.
A lot of
nuts
nuts.
coming out of the
Yeah.
fucking
A lot
valley,
of people
right?
Lots of
One
nuts.
big nut.
Yeah.
One big nut. The
Water
Neuer
into
nut.
San Francisco.
I remember how stoked I was. So stoked when I met Jen and she was like, "Yeah, I got like a podcast thing, it's like a radio thing in San Francisco. I'd love for you to come out, bring a friend." Da, 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 da. I was like, "I made it. I made it.
I have arrived.
I have arrived."
Right.
Right? Kiefer and I are driving out. I'm pumped. I got no money or nothing, but I'm just pumped. Right? Pump. Just fucking stoked. Like, fuck yes, dude. Going to San Francisco. Fucking doing comedy. I'm on the radio. It's gonna be sick. I'm fucking posting about it on Facebook. I thought I was the shit, dude. And then we're like searching up Mutiny Radio. I'm like, oh, let's listen to what they're doing, da, 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 da. You know. And I get there and it's literally just Mutiny Radio, and I was like, this is the best thing that's ever been invented ever.
Right.
Because it's like it doesn't even register. It's like, oh, it's just this is just so regular. It's just a regular spot. It's like there's
So many people have so many preconceived notions when they're going to their first podcast.
Right.
What the fuck it's gonna be. Nowadays, it could be on your phone. You could be sitting in the middle of a Starbucks.
right.
But you know, I don't want to take away from the experience because you were just talking about walking into Mutiny for the first time. But a lot of these podcasting studios, even rewind 10 years ago, even where I'm sitting today. Anyway, there's some history. You actually feel like you're walking in and you're actually doing something,
Right. And you're not.
and you're not.
You're
really.
not.
I mean, you're probably talking to your mom at home. Hi, mom.
Yeah.
Because she's probably listening.
I'm sure my mom's probably, if it's on Facebook Live, if I'm tagged. I'm
Yes.
sure mom's
By the
looking.
way, thank you. Do we have any listeners? Holy smokes, we only have 2 listeners,
It's
and
both
they're
your
out of the
moms.
country.
Oh.
Oh, God.
They're like in Taiwan or something.
It was my
So
mom's
welcome
birthday.
Yeah.
Africa TV. We have 2 viewers there.
It was my mom's birthday yesterday.
It was your
Oh.
mom's birthday.
Yeah.
This is what you got her.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
You on a podcast.
Yeah.
Hi, mom.
Yeah. No, I called her.
You good? Yeah, no.
But yeah.
Do you still do that with people though? Do you still, if they're good enough friends, do you call them,
Yeah. I
or
called
do you
her.
just post on the wall?
Oh, I
HBD?
don't give a shit. I
For
don't give
very
a fuck.
select people, I will shoot a message, happy birthday. Like it was Sean Beard's birthday,
Right.
like
Right.
a week or so ago. And I just sent him a message being like, happy birthday, you old man. And that was the gist of that. Like,
Right.
yeah.
Can I read you my birthday message to him?
Yes.
Happy birthday, brother man. I appreciate you and love and respect you dearly. Please keep being the amazing energy that you are. God
What?
bless.
I feel like we should have traded birthday messages.
You should have
Like
signed
that
it.
was so
Your
sweet. I
friend
literally was just like,
ChatGPT.
you old man, happy birthday to you.
Dude, I sent that at 5:37 and I was already wasted. And that's how I know that
That's so
because
sweet.
like I would never
Be that sincere.
no. I was drunk, dude. I was definitely drunk on his birthday at that time. God bless.
5:37.
Yeah, in the afternoon, in the evening.
In the afternoon.
It's definitely
yeah.
5
In the
o'clock
morning.
somewhere.
Yeah.
5:37
Yeah.
somewhere.
Well, that's one of my jokes is that I woke up
Oh.
this morning and I ate
5:30.
Yeah, I ate edible French toast. I woke up this morning at 5:30 in the afternoon. And
No, you say at 5:30 in the morning, I ate edible French toast.
Yeah.
And then you say it like multiple times. It's really funny.
Yeah. Well, I've been trying that. I've been trying to like I don't know what you would call that, but I do it there and then I do it also in the same bit about the shoe. See what had happened was this is what I think. See what had happened was this is actually what I think happened is he originally had 2 shoes, right? And it's like this thing where I keep going back and like around and I keep doing it, and it's something that I've just been working on, and it's been working.
Right.
Yeah, but it's so much fun. I fucking love when I get something and it works, and like I've been working, and I'm like, why is this not work? It's like it'll work, it's fine, but then I'm like, I want to take it to the how do I get to the next level?
Right.
How do I do that? And when I get it, it makes my I'm on the edge.
He's full of nuts.
Full
He's
of
from
nuts.
the valley and he's
I
full
got
of nuts. And
almonds
he's
coming out
on
my
the
ass.
fucking edge.
Jeez.
This is made for kids. You made sure to do that, right?
Yeah, exactly. It is for kids. It's educational. Chock full of
Edge,
Chock-full.
educational.
educational.
Yeah,
There you go.
education.
First thing to learn is not hitting the microphone.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll be a fucking professional someday, dude.
No, it's okay. So we kind of detracted from. So your first experience was at Muni. That's where I met you. So yeah, that was about 8 years ago, 7.5, 8 years ago.
And I met Tony Sparks that same exact day.
That same.
night.
There's okay. So now if somebody goes San Francisco legend, okay,
Tony.
I would go with that.
I would say
Yeah.
Tony's a San Francisco
Yeah,
fucking.
yeah.
He's a monster.
That's not going. Oh my God, you're being over. Yeah.
No. He definitely is. I mean, he's been doing comedy for like 30 years, and it's not just in San Francisco either, right? He's
Right.
done it all over, from the South to up here, and has made he has his foot in the door,
Oh, yeah.
of comedy. He's hosts all my shit as much as I can book him. you know?
Right. So yeah, I mean, he got his start, and he's been here, and he's been a staple ever since. And so he's been doing comedy here in the Bay Area for like 20 years.
Yeah, he says when he first came out here, they didn't like him. The black community didn't take him in, and the black comics didn't take him in. The white comics didn't take him in. It was like a select few, like Howard Stone did, and like a couple different names. But there's some names that he sees that still kind of like come out every once in a while, and that we used to treat him like shit. And I love Tony. I like
He made his own. If he didn't feel like he was at home when he came here and nobody brought him in, he carved his way. And-
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he's arguably one of the best hosts in the Bay Area. I would say he's the best host, other than me. And he's really good.
So there's people that.
Other than me.
Well, no, at least you're. Yeah.
No, I don't think I'm
You're
that
so
good.
humble.
Of a host. No, I'm not a good host. I'm not a.
No, I've just heard you like before hosting being like, fuck, I don't want to host.
I hate hosting,
Yeah, I know.
but I've been getting better at it.
You have been, yeah.
I've been getting better about doing it. I'm not saying I'm getting better on stage. It's just a matter of just doing the repetitions, just doing it. That's the only way you get better at something.
Well, it's a skill, isn't it? It's a skill that
Yeah.
is something you have to have in your toolbox if you
It's
want to
like
do
construction.
it right. And so it's a lot different than just going in and doing your set and getting out. How about you, Emma? Do you like hosting at all?
Oh, I can't say I like that great at it yet.
pretty
Just
good.
because, yeah, but I haven't gotten to do it very often. But I do really enjoy hosting. And that's part of the reason why I want to get like my own room going, is so that I can have the opportunity to do it more frequently.
Yeah.
Because the times I have been able to do it, I have so much fun. Like I'm about to go host a show tonight. Like I'm hosting at the Hub down in Redwood City. And I'm excited for it. I like being the first one up. I like getting the energy up and just and I don't know, a bad host can really just fucking tank a show.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You just need
It can
you
make
just
or
need-
break a show.
You just need to get the energy up and get the fuck out. Like
Yep.
get the energy up and move on to the next person.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
really all
So
it's about.
things that can really derail a show from the onset are hosts and opening acts. So like if you have a good host, okay, so shouldn't we write set lists like we write a lineup? Is that we should put our second best joke up front, our best joke for last. So same thing with comedians.
Yeah.
We put our second best comedian up first and our best comedian up last, and then kind of ascend all the way from there.
Right.
And so if the host, because everybody has a bad night, right? So hopefully the host is your fail-safe that will bring it up to at least whatever level to pass it off to the person that's really going to make an impact. So if that host doesn't do that great and hands over a lukewarm room to someone that can kill it, he's not going to have the same kind of impact as he would have. So
Because you can think about hosting like you need to gain trust of the audience.
Right.
The audience has shown up, and especially for like these like shows that aren't at clubs, like they don't have like an understanding of what. And a lot of like these bar shows, a lot of people will show up that doesn't know comedy.
Right.
You know, like you don't always have like an audience that's like fully like a trained comedy audience, not the same that you get at like a club or really established venue and things like that. Like the people, even like people who show up for like Don't Tell, like those are at like random like random locations, and those people know that they're there for comedy and they're
Right.
excited about comedy. Whereas like these like one-off, just like monthly like bar shows and things like that, you'll have a lot of people in there who don't know how to be a comedy audience, and you need to gain their trust right away, or else they're not going to sit through an hour of bullshit.
Well, and that's the importance of tickets, sales, like buying a ticket, putting value into the show, so that the audience they're buying into the show.
Yeah.
So they're not going to go there and not.
It's not just
it
a
has-
happening.
Right. It has value to them because they already have bought into it. They've bought, what if it's $5 or $10 with a drink or whatever, that adds up, because if it's two of them, then that's two drinks on one or, both of them. However, I don't know, everyone's relationship, but there's money being spent. There's investment into it. If you just have a free show where any fucking thing can walk in, that's not the same. You're not going to have the same energy from the audience at all.
No, because okay, so
But I will say, like, even in those instances, isn't that even more important that the show gets off on a good foot to gain?
Yeah, if it's a
fucking
free show.
attention? Yeah,
yeah,
no,
of course. Well, no
especially
matter
then.
what, it's good to have a fucking
Good
hostess on
start.
point.
Yeah.
And exactly, and that's how we do the. So, a different aspect of that is the tip set, which is what who did the tip set last night? It was
Where?
Did you do the tip set last night? No,
You're talking about Mission?
no,
Sunday?
that was 2 nights
on
ago.
Sunday, whatever night. Yeah, it was Sunday.
So actually, wasn't that you?
No, I
That
was
was the tip set.
You were the
I was
tip
the
set.
tip
So
set,
that's the
yeah.
thing. So
Yeah, you
Oh,
brought
that's
me
right.
up.
You walk around with the tips
Yeah.
while she's up.
I do
Yeah.
my set, and I learned that from Stroy. So I do my set, and this is free game for all you comics if any of you are watching. I do my set, try to kill. If I don't kill, normally, let's say I was at Maze and I had the same kind of set that I had at Mission, I would have given it to Tony to do the tip speech. But at Maze, when I'm on stage at Maze, it's a different thing, because it's a fucking audience. Like, they want comedy, and I give them the business. And then at the end of the set, you give them the tip speech. If I don't do that, and I have Tony going up to do the tip speech, like if I can't be the person before the tip set, which I will have the best. That's the headliner. The headliner is before the tips. Before the tip speech, you want the headliner. You want to fucking kill them. You want to kill that audience. You want to make them fucking just like, what the fuck did we just watch? So that when the tip speech comes, they're like, this is what I mean. Why wouldn't I give you money? You just fucking have me pee my pants, right? So during the tip speech, you have not necessarily like it may not even be a bad comic. It could still be a killer comic.
But maybe it's more of a room favorite or something like
Whatever, yeah, a chick, a cute chick, or like a fucking attractive dude, whichever way you want to look at it, or and of course they have to be funny. Like, I don't book based on looks or anything. I unless it's I book on race if it's a race show, like a black show or an Asian show or a Hindi show or whatever. But that comic has to be the somebody who's able to just do their shit and get the audience back on the comic side, so that the next comic, which is the headliner, who's the second best comic, or like or equal, whatever, a fucking killer, but that's the headliner. The headliner really though is right before the tip set. You want to kill him. You want the audience to be like, what the fuck did we just see?
And you probably want to do it so far into a show that you've got your peak audience, the most you're going to have in the room,
Yeah.
and before anybody bails.
Exactly. So you want to have like 3 comics,
And then
the
maybe your
headliner,
tip set.
the tip set, the actual headliner. So that's 6 comics for a show that's an hour and a half.
And that's again, if you're working off the tip system.
Then that's what we do. Yeah.
Right. That's what you should be doing.
Well, yeah. If you want to make money,
Right.
I mean,
Well, no, I mean, you can also, like Emma was saying earlier, you can just sell tickets. You can get your money that way, and you should
But
still.
even when you sell tickets, you still typically ask for some.
You still ask
tips.
for
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The-
Well, otherwise you're you're missing out even more so.
Oh,
Right.
so much money. God bless, dude. The tips. I wish I would have known about doing a tip bucket when I first came out, when I was working with Warhol. See, this is the thing. A lot of people don't remember Warhol Kaufman. And I tell people, these new comics this all the time. You guys don't fucking remember Warhol Kaufman. Warhol Kaufman was the hardest rooms, the hardest person to communicate with. True Entertainment's hard to communicate with. He's a booker for Cobb's, like for independent shows right now.
Right.
Very difficult. I like him. He's a good guy, no problem. I'm not hating on him. He is just very difficult to communicate with via email. Warhol Kaufman was hard to communicate with in front of you.
Right.
Warhol would be in the middle of a thought and just walk away. would just walk away and would come back 5 minutes later, back on this right where he bookmarked to continue his fucking thought. He was a trip. You remember Warhol?
Yeah, I remember
He
Warhol.
was a fucking trip, dude. Having to do those fucking the delirium on Mondays. You remember delirium on Mondays?
No,
You never did it?
no, I remember Delirium, but I don't think I did it under his.
Dude, delirium on Mondays was like OMG on Tuesdays, except it was a show. And there was humans there. But imagine the energy of OMG with the comics that are there. The energy is like so negative and it's like dark. It's like, you know. But at a show where it's the mission, it's not really comics, it's humans, maybe 6, 7 to 12 humans that are not there for comedy. They tolerate comedy because this is their drinking spot. And I got called the N-word with a hard R from a white dude sitting next to an older black lady. And I was like, you can't say it. Was Columbus. I remember this. It was Columbus Day. And he fucking hurls it at me. Sorry. Hurls it at me, right? And I'm like, yo, you can't fucking do that. And the old lady, the black lady was like, yes, he can. I give him permission. I was like, who's on my side here?
What do you do?
What the fuck do you do in that situation? And I call him it back? Do I call her? What do I do? You know, I'm the comic. I'm trying to make it funny. There's nowhere you could go. And those are the rooms I would do that every fucking Monday. If I would have known to pass a fucking bucket, it would have been reasonable. To go there and get no chi-chi, no money, no drink tickets. You had to fucking wheel and deal to get drink tickets over there or to get a free drink. And I'm a professional at wheeling and dealing. But, I mean, come on.
Right.
You know, it's a show. You get no money, and I would host it. No money. You get nothing. God bless. I wish I would have known about
Why did you didn't know about a tip jar?
I had no idea about tips. My mind was I was innocent.
For a lot of us, that's the first way you get paid.
Yeah.
I never got a tip. These fucking comics are so goddamn spoiled, Paul Brumble. I never got money in comedy for years. For years. I would do Mauricio shows. I would do like these people, the producers.
Well, I was just talking to Emma about here. I am a starving comedian, and I've funded other people's venues with comedians. I stocked your pond. I brought entertainment to your venue. I paid for it. Thanks for the free $3 drink.
Right.
What the fuck?
Right.
And so, no, I've done my fair share
I know,
of stupid shit to create stage time.
Sure. And you're an OG in the game. You've been here for a long time. That's the only, that's
here
the
we
only
go.
way.
No,
that's the only way that I would say
San
that.
Francisco legend.
That's
San
the-
Francisco legend.
Right. That's the only way that I would go as far as say that, like, not that you're not.
No. I was
you're-
waiting for it. Thank you for following.
No, exactly.
Call
That's
back.
it's the only way that I would go as far as say like you're a San Francisco legend. Like it's a little ridiculous. Not that you're not you. You are you.
I love you, Mark.
I love you too. I got nothing but love for you, Paul. You are still an OG in the game.
I've seen
You've
your
been here for
subscription on my OnlyFans.
yeah.
I know you're there.
I'd be edging to the edge, dude.
Yeah.
And you've been around since you met Robin. You've been on fucking Comedy Day. How many years now? You know, it's like.
I've done Comedy Day 3 times. So.
But you've been around to see Comedy Day.
Yeah,
for how long?
but I've been around. Yeah. So yeah, no, I've seen a lot of stuff. So yeah,
You remember? You know this shit.
Right, but I think that was the first thing I got paid. It was funny because I think I was in year 2 of comedy. What's today's date? In 2 more days, it will
11,
be
16,
16
or
years that I've
17.
been doing comedy.
14.
Oh, 14th.
Yeah, so
16 years?
Yeah, in
Wow.
2 more days. I think it's 16 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah. And so that was absolutely one of the first things that I got was tip money. I remember being sued by another comedian
Sued?
in small claims court by another comedian.
Was it Frank or whoever? This guy?
It was a lady that she didn't know how to do the technical stuff inside a studio, so she wanted me to be her co-host. This was the very first I won't even say version of Edge of Insanity. It was actually the first show that I co-hosted, and it was at FCC Free Radio over on 5th. And it was
before it moved here.
Before it moved here. And it was I want to call it American Dream. I can't even remember what the fuck it was called, Mark. But anyway, it was this other comedian, and the first podcast we had, she ended up getting fired by the old proprietor of this place, John Miller, because she basically John Miller could communicate with you off site, and he would put notes up on your left screen and say, hey, you need to turn down your volume, you're blaring everybody out, or we can't hear mic number 2, turn up mic number 2, or answer the phone. So John Miller kept putting messages over here, and she just kept closing the window and ignoring them. And she's like, oh, what's this shit? And close it. And then he started calling the radio station, and then she's muting the phone. Then he started calling her phone, and she didn't have her phone. Then started calling my phone. He goes, do you want to be a host of that show? And I go, why are you asking? He goes, I'm firing her today. And he goes, unless she gets on the phone with me. And I actually walked out of the room during the middle of the podcast, came back in and said, hey, you got to answer that phone. It's the owner of the station, and he wants to talk to you. And she goes, I'm in the middle of an interview. I can't do that, or something. And so that was the last time I saw her until we were in court. And she was trying to sue me because she was another comedian like you and I, that she had a really weird act. But anyway, I would see her at open mics once in a while.
Is this Margot McNutty? It sounds
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Is it really?
yeah.
Dude! Oh, I'm so good, bro. I am so good at this shit.
McNulty or McNutty?
McNutty, dude.
Yeah.
She's a trip, bro.
Margot
Really
Baby.
interesting.
Yeah, was that what she went
Yeah.
by?
Yeah.
Margot McNutty, bro. I this is the way I'm like, listen, I'm like, this must be Margot.
Yeah, so Margot,
That bitch is a trip, bro.
Yeah, she is. She still ride a bicycle and
Yeah,
dress like
yeah,
a bumblebee and
yeah.
got shit all over her bike and stuff. Okay. So
And
anyway,
God
so
bless-
she
God bless
sued,
she's
she
healthy
was trying to
'cause she was
sue
just
me,
sick.
and what was she suing me for? She was suing me for $7,500, which was apparently like the max you could ask for small claims for that year. And the reason was damages that I took over her award-winning podcast that had never even finished one podcast. It was American Dream. I want to call it American Dream. I have to go back. I still have it somewhere. And then the other one, Lost Wages. And so I had to ask her in the middle of court, what was Lost Wages?
Yeah.
Lost Wages were tip jars. And I said, I
For
don't know what
podcasts?
tip jars you're getting a part of, or you thought I kept you a part of. $7,500. It was lucky, like that. Those were the days when you would go to the Brainwash and Tony Sparks would give you a beer, and you'd be like, "Thanks, bro.
Yeah,
Thanks."
and
I
you thought you
appreciate
were on
it."
top.
Yeah, that you felt
Yeah.
you were on top.
You were
got
the
a beer
big
from
dog on
Tony Sparks.
campus because
Yeah.
that was come on, yeah.
That was it. And so I don't know where she was trying to sue us for $7,500. Anyway, she ended up winning. She ended up winning $10 because she won $10 because John Miller never refunded her key deposit to the old studio.
Okay.
And so as we're walking out of court, John Miller looked at me and goes, "You owe me $5."
Yeah.
I'm like, "It's your damn key. Fuck it, here, $5." But yeah, that was. She actually has a court case that she won against us in San Francisco.
That's hilarious.
Is
That's
that not
amazing.
working for you?
You know, it's almost out anyways.
That's what
She
you
is a
think.
nut job. She used to
Oh,
run.
yeah, she's a big time nut job.
So yeah. She used to run, and I say that like half-heartedly. Used to run the Maze open mic
Oh
on
my-
Tuesdays.
Okay, but I will
What?
say, okay, wait.
How
Just
recently was this?
within the span that I've been doing comedy, so within like the past like year and a half or so, I used to go to that mic, and I will say, as a new comic, it was pretty cool because she would not light you.
Yeah.
You could go up and do like 15 minutes
Yeah.
to a dead room. To like just a room of comics.
It's-
and she would just sit there and she would laugh and laugh and laugh. And you're just like, okay, I get to
Great.
work out like
Yeah.
a really long ass set that I have no business trying to stretch my material this long.
It
But it was like
the
it was a nice
worst.
experience.
But actually, in a way, that's a good
It was a good
environment
experience. It
for
was
some
great.
comedians.
100%.
yeah, for like a young comic where it's like, well, shit, I have like a 12-minute set coming up. I honestly don't get to do 12 minutes at all.
I get to do 3 minutes a pop. I'm gonna have to do how many open mics all over the city? Wait
Yeah.
in line, kiss ass.
Yeah. In
That was cool.
in that regard, it's cool. But like from my
Dude, her
perspective,
Facebook posts, they were always so fucking
Oh.
funny. I kind of miss them.
dude, she she's the reason that Maze is popping with comedy, because I went there.
No way.
Yeah.
Stop it.
No, hold on. I'll give her this. I will give her credit for the. No, I can't. Probably legally, I can't. Right?
No, you can't.
I
Okay,
can't give her credit for something because she's gonna want dividends for it, right?
Oh, I
So
see.
it's not.
Don't
I would.
give her
Hold
credit.
on. Let me just say this.
Gonna smoke
I would
flames.
go as far to say this. I was inspired because I was so disappointed with how horrible Maze was as an open mic, and how beautiful the room is. I was like, this is a great fucking room.
Right.
Why is there nothing here? So I called up the homie. I don't know why my fucking voice is cracked. I am going through puberty, I suppose.
Oh, me.
My homie. And he hit up the big homie, right? And we got it fucking cracking on Fridays and Saturdays because of how it was soul sucking. It's a huge room, a huge stage. Have you been amazed?
Mm-hmm.
Huge stage, huge room, 0 humans, no humans, nothing.
And that place used to be popping when they had food. They don't have food anymore, huh?
Now
Recently.
we just got oysters back Fridays and Saturdays for the comedy show. So from 6-ish until 10-ish, you can get some oysters. That's the only food though.
But that's funny because the only people that would probably remember that are the old dogs, and they're all gone or dead or moved.
Right. Well, and there's a lot of people that come by. It's not even just that. People look up oysters in San Francisco, and that's what
And
comes up.
they'll find it. Yeah.
But they've been coming from. I think we've been there for about 8 to 12 months, 8 months to a year, and we have had consistently. I mean, probably hundreds of people that have come by over that course of time.
That's
Maybe
good.
like 150, 20 people, 200 people.
But
that
it was because she busted that nut for the first one getting in there.
yeah, essentially, yeah. No. People have been coming by looking for oysters.
No, I'm
not
saying
had no oysters.
No, I'm saying is where you were giving her credit. Where
Yeah,
right,
she was the one that cracked that nut.
yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
McNutty.
She's a fucking nut, dude.
That's funny.
She-
That was funny that you could pick her out of her psychosis out of a lineup. That was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Because I almost wanted to fuck Margot McNutty a little
What?
bit, just kind of,
Oh my god!
just because you could tell she was probably kind of cute back in the day. You know what I mean? She was kind of hot.
I'm
She was
loving
a hot-
watching
Yeah,
Emma right
she
now.
was a hot psycho bitch, dude. Back in the day, I bet you she probably still has some crazy pussy. She's probably got great. She got grip. She got throat. I bet you, dude. I bet you. And I'm blessed. And everyone is blessed. She's blessed. It's such a blessing that she is healthy because she went through something, some medical. She went through some medical issues, and she's doing good. She's doing really good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, she is. Is that water over there?
Yeah, this is water.
Great. Can I use that?
Yeah,
as a
last time I saw her, she was on her
Adam's
bicycle looking like a bumblebee with all these things hanging off of it, and she was going down traffic like the wrong way, going like this. And I was like, oh, I know that crazy person.
She's a nut job. I like her, but she's crazy. She went after somebody. It doesn't matter. We'll talk about it off air. But she went to text. She Googles dude's name. Dude's name is the same name as his father.
Oh, no.
Finds a phone number.
Oh, yeah.
It's his father's number.
Of course it is.
And texts some crazy shit like, you stole my room, I want to be the host, I want to do this, I want that. And to his dad. Silly bitch, you cannot be. What are you doing? I don't care what. No, we're fine. Am I peeking?
No,
I'm fine.
you're peeking, but you're not peeking. Oh, yeah, I
Okay,
see
okay.
where you were.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
no, we're fine. So
Please speak to the volume.
what are you doing? You're gonna text dude's fucking dad? Not, I know you don't get it, but you're gonna text dude. Do you not know who dude is? I mean, please. We know who dude is, but please.
Sorry.
Get the fuck.
I love this.
We don't know who dude is, but
Hey, if you know who dude is, please call 415-757-0676 because I want to know who the fuck dude is.
You know who dude is.
I know who dude is.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it feels like you took my room and
I even know who dude's dad is
Yeah,
now.
right.
Apparently it's same name.
Senior.
Yeah, senior.
Yeah. So
Dude senior.
and senior was like, this must be for you. You know, I don't know what the hell's going on. And,
Stealing my room.
yeah, and he was like, "Fuck, dude." So he called her up and was like, "Yo, I don't know what the fuck you think it is, but this is what time it is." Well, you know,
I'm not.
making-
I'm not.
I keep making my micro adjustments. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
that's fine.
I'm sorry. I'm playing passenger of this conversation.
Strap in. Strap
Strap
in. It's
course.
ready.
I want to smoke a cigarette. This is the deal. I miss,
This is the deal.
I really love Mutiny got in trouble for smoking, right?
No.
Yeah, smoking weed.
Yeah,
is
you
that.
can't smoke anymore.
Well, I
you can't
mean,
even smoke
okay.
weed. You can't smoke anything.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
somebody complained.
Yeah. So, I
It
think
was getting a little bit crazy with Dakota's podcast, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
like
well,
there
yeah.
was
Oh,
blunts,
was
there
there
was
like a
dabs,
blazing
there was,
room?
Yeah.
there was a lot of weed. I mean, between Dakota and Emily, like they're both really big stoners, and they would have on people who like to smoke a lot of weed, and so it was just a lot and I think it was especially probably Dakota's podcast because right afterwards the open mic happens.
Right.
So I think it might have been someone either passing by or someone who like lives within the building or something like that.
I think it was probably
I
somebody
think
within
it
the
happened.
building.
I would assume it was probably someone with like the I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I'm not saying there
I think
wasn't an
somebody came in.
obnoxious
'Cause-
amount of weed smoking
Yeah,
going
you've
on.
met
There was
Dakota Price.
almost obnoxious.
I brought him
yeah.
in here one time.
Okay.
One.
It was like a cannabis lounge. Like it was like you couldn't step
It was
into the
bad.
room without getting a secondhand.
He's a fucking stoner.
No,
Well,
he
yeah.
is.
So and so it's not great for equipment. It's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
good for atmosphere.
Yeah, it's
fun.
great. It's great for me.
Right. It's great for me.
It's
Yeah.
great for
Great
me,
for
dude.
me is the talent.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
I don't
fine.
even smoke weed anymore, but it is a vibe. So
Oh, dude, I love to just smoke a cigarette and just smoke another one, and then another, and then some coffee or some booze,
All right.
cigarette, and talk.
Well, you
talking,
should be
you know?
able to be so like even now. I noticed that and then I don't think it's too new, but Joe Rogan's new thing is it's a like.
Cigars.
Well, no, but he's not in an actual studio anymore. He's in a big trailer.
Yeah, or something like that.
Yeah, he's in a big trailer, like one of those Star trailers somewhere
Yeah.
that's been all outfitted out, and
Yeah.
so
Well, he's the
nobody's
big
ever
dog.
gonna complain that they're getting hot boxed in his little hot box.
No one's gonna complain to Rogan about anything.
Well, right, but I think before he was in some building that.
Yeah, but they were still smoking hella weed
All
in there.
you have to do is find one person that does not like cigarette smoke or smoke at all.
Yeah, and they can suck my dick.
Right, but in,
You know what I mean?
here, let's say the state of but I know what you mean. But in
Yeah.
the state of California, they'll be the ones that ruin your day.
Yeah, fuck, I hate people.
Well,
Dude, I can't stand them. And that's why I'm stoked you went to Texas. I kind of want to go to Austin. I do. I don't want to do the weather, but I do want to go to. I want to go to Austin. After this, I got a European tour coming up, and then after that, I want to really start just focusing on getting to Austin as fast as
European tour.
possible. Yeah,
Okay,
dude.
you got me biting. What's going on?
Well, we're gonna go to London. We're gonna go to Sweden. We're gonna go to what's that syndrome? Stockholm.
What's that syndrome?
We're gonna go. I can never remember
Stockholm.
it. We're gonna go to Amsterdam. I want to go to Barcelona because that's where the asses are. I like ass, you know. But we're not gonna go there.
Barcelona.
Did I?
I don't know if the ass in Barcelona would like you though.
Well, you never
Numbers
know.
will-
I got.
I mean,
you
come
know
on,
what,
dude.
dude? I'm gonna be out there.
They're all about the fitness.
Yeah,
They're all about the
I'm
fucking
fitting
fitness.
this
I don't
junk up
know.
into something. I'll tell you
I
that.
guess
dude.
maybe
He's
a
fit
rib
enough
kick
for
those
two
guys.
people, Emma.
No, I will fucking, dude. I'll tell you this about ladies, dude. Bitches love fat Mark Neuer, dude. I'm telling you this right now.
I notice bitches always love being called bitches too.
Dude, these broads love to be called bitches.
And the broads
Dude,
love to be called
Whores,
tomatoes,
dude.
hams, gams,
I love
Tomatoes.
skirts,
I love
birds.
their hams, dude. I'm a big ham guy, you know.
Yeah, big ham.
Yeah, I love big
Love
hams.
a ham hock.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like chicks really like a funny guy, and I'm a funny guy, you know. And I'll suck the soul out of somebody, you know. And I'm, you know, God bless.
You've
Legitimately.
done a good job on yourself.
Dude, if I could suck my, who has that joke? It's Joe Conyu. You know, there's a lot of people that could suck their own dick. You know, you just don't see them because they never leave the house. It's fucking hilarious. It's so true. If I could
Once
suck my own dick, I
we were
would
just talking about Rogan. Rogan does one about Ron Jeremy.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, you saying something about?" He was asking Ron Jeremy, "Hey, can you still suck your own dick?" And he goes, "No." He goes, "The gut got in the way."
Yeah.
And he goes, "I thought it was like, oh, you know, I blew my back out.
Yeah.
I went paralyzed, couldn't do it anymore, or something like that." No, his gut got in the way.
Wouldn't that be a good motivator to fucking
To do some sit-ups?
sit-ups, and jumping jack every once in a while?
Even while you're blowing yourself, do
Yeah.
a couple sit-ups
Yeah,
right
that-
before.
that's what yeah. I mean, those are sit-ups, right? Those are
Right.
ultimate crunches right there.
Yeah.
You know what's new is these chicks that can suck their own pussy. Have you seen that?
Nope.
Dude,
Never.
I won't even watch Two Girls, One Cup, and that's been 20 years.
you know, you
It's
met my
much
mother.
different.
That's funny. Is I should have brought this up. I've talked about
I
it.
should have brought this up when my mom.
No,
was
I
here.
should have because it's so funny. So there's two parts to this story.
I can't believe there's a story.
The first parts of the story is I asked my mom, because it was a big trend to get your parent on video watching Two Girls One Cup with you for the first time. I've wanted to go viral on the internet for my whole life. I think a lot of kids that grow up on the internet have that same
I
fucking
have a dream.
They have a dream of being this sensation, right? And I saw these people, they were blowing up. It was like, the original TikTok. It was like this trend was to get your parents on video on the webcam watching Two Girls One Cup and getting the reaction, right? This is when reactions were huge.
Right.
Huge. The biggest, I think, of all time. Even now, like, they're big, but it was nothing like when Two Girls One Cup was
Right.
first circulating. And I asked my mom, hey, will you watch the Two Girls? I want to do a video. I want you to watch Two Girls One Cup with me. And she was like, I'm not watching porn with you. Ask your father to do something like that. That's what she said.
Because she thought it was porn.
Well, let's analyze it. First of all, she knows what Two Girls One Cup is, right? Which is mind-boggling to me. And second, she thinks it's porn. So I asked her. I was like, well, "You know about it?" She's like, "Yeah, that's been around since I was, when I was younger." And I was like, "Wait a minute. The internet wasn't around when you were young. How do you know about this shit? Literally and figuratively. How do you know about this shit?" And the second half to that story. Let's fast forward, let's say a couple months. Me and my best friend Aaron were on the computer and we looked up, because I still hadn't looked it up. I was like, let's look it up. We looked it up. And
And what year is this?
Oh, dude, if it's 2023 right now, it was probably 2009 or 10.
Okay.
I was born in 95, so I was 2005, I'd be 10. So yeah, 2009, I would be like 14, right? So
Okay, yeah.
so around that time, 14 or 15, maybe a little bit younger, 13.
Okay.
And we're on the computer, we're looking it up, and we get to this website that I forget what the pop-up said, but you would click OK, and I think it just said OK. It was the pop-up was OK, and then you click OK, and it would just keep doing it, stuck on the Two Girls One Cup on a loop. And you couldn't get out of it. You couldn't close out of anything because this is what you had to click this, and it's just nonstop. And all of a sudden, we hear the jingle of the keys in the
Hit the
front
door.
door. We're in the living room, okay? The jingle of the keys in the door, and my fucking stomach just drops. My heart drive. I'm like, fuck, dude. So we fucking. You're not supposed to do it, but I don't know about now, but back in the day, you're not supposed to just hard shut off your computer.
Right.
I fucking pulled the cord out. Press the button. Fuck this. We turn it back on. It was so many viruses in that computer. And they knew because it never went away. It just kept, every time you booted it up was the Two Girls One Cup.
Oh my god.
Dude. God bless America, dude.
Jeez.
The Two Girls
Your
One
mom
Cup.
should have just watched it with you. None of this would have ever happened.
None of it would have ever happened. None of it would have ever happened. I remember my mom first caught me watching porn. She thought it was my dad. She got mad at my dad, and then they got mad at me. And my dad got mad at me because mom got mad at him. So you can't be fucking watching that shit, Fucking on the family computer in the living room, and just tugging it, just jerking off. Everyone's asleep, just, My mom, I remember this. Oh, this is so sick. I'm gonna tell the story anyways.
Go ahead
Go
and
ahead
Good
and
luck
do
with
this.
the
I'm
story.
gonna hit your
You
face.
know this much
No,
about you.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You can watch.
Does
it later.
anybody really need to know
Who
this
gives a
much
shit?
about Mark?
It's for kids.
It is for kids.
And so me and my friend Aaron, we were like looking up Tara Patrick's. You know Tara Patrick's, I'm sure.
No, but
She's an old school porn star, a little Asian.
okay.
And my mom just had surgery, and we had this fucking sectional. You paying attention to me?
Yes, I'm watching you on screen
All right.
as I'm doing.
We had
stuff.
this sectional right in the television, and she's over there. She had the surgery. She's like sitting there. I don't know if she's on, pain meds, whatever it is. She's all fucked up, watching TV, and Aaron and I are fucking over there looking at porn. I don't think we were jerking off, just looking at porn, And then I realized that in the TV, what the entertainment center is that what
Right.
it's called? The
Right.
you know.
Yeah, the credenza or the
Yeah.
Sure.
It had like the little the glass where you could put like the DVDs and you know the glass door
Right.
on it, and it was closed. You
Oh,
could
it was a
see
reflection.
the fucking reflection, dude. And we're literally, I mean, I'm this far away from my mom. My mom's right there. I'm over here with my friend,
And she can see it.
perving out, you know. And I don't think she noticed. I hope she didn't. God bless you, Mom. Happy birthday. I
Didn't know what else to get you.
I walked the other fucking person, dude. Look at me go.
That's funny. All right. So, wow, we've talked
covered a lot
about
of topics
We
here.
have talked, and what do we're 44 minutes in.
What do you have anything to plug? What do you got going on?
Not a damn thing. Oh, I got something to plug. Go watch Mr. Weed tonight at Cobb's.
I'll be
It's
there.
a hella funny show.
Hold on. Can we
They
do
only
that?
have 27 shows a week.
Hold on.
They only have 27 shows a week. Please help Hella Funny survive.
Right.
Because we need to make sure that they can
Hey,
make it through this town.
hold on. I'm on a podcast right now. It's so funny you just called.
It's funny because he's on a podcast too.
No, now you're on the podcast. You're on the edge right now. Now listen, I was just telling the story about Tara Patrick's, right? And I love how you remember. So this was the first porn star I'd ever seen, right? And my mom, and I gotta tell you, I have to reiterate. I want to remind you the story. I want to hear your reaction to it. You and I are over there on the computer. My mom had just got done with the surgery and is sitting on the couch, and we're over there perving out on the fucking family computer right behind her while she's on the couch. You remember this?
Yeah, that's when we didn't even know about video porn. We were using Google search images.
And my mom is sitting there and we're perving out, dude. And I don't know if you remember this, but the entertainment center had those glass doors where you'd put like the DVDs or video games or whatever, and you close it right, and it had like the magnet. You push it in, it bounce out. You remember these? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. And it was closed. And in hindsight, I remember realizing that my mom could see the fucking computer screen through that reflection the whole time, dude.
But she didn't say anything right away. I think she said something later about it.
Well, no. That's a longer story, but not in that moment. No, she never. I don't think she ever knew about that. But God bless. I'll talk to you soon. I gotta go. I'm on a podcast. All right, bitch. Bye.
So that's what we do on the middle of a podcast is
Did
we
you
answer our
call
phone
him?
and
He called you.
Okay.
reiterate the story.
Well, I like how he started off with something about like, oh, I'm going to Stockton. I'm driving down a one-way. And you're like, yeah, but listen to this.
Dude, he's been going down one way since he was smoking dope when we were fucking teenagers, dude. This fool fucking, one of his favorite things to do, this is my best friend, right? One of his favorite things to do. Are you about to close down the podcast? Okay. One of his favorite things to do was to smoke crank and then drive. You know, his favorite thing was to get fucked up on meth and fucking drive, right? I love this guy. He's a great guy. He's been
I
so
wonder why he has problems with one ways. But anyway, go
right,
ahead.
exactly. And he would always be going down one ways like a fucking silly bitch, you know, just going down a one way. What are you doing? Why don't you look at the signs? You're on fucking dope. Look at everything, you know.
Selective reading.
Well, I'm going down a couple of one-way roads. I've
How many
always
one
made
ways you
out
guys
safe.
have in Pacifica?
Not many. I just mean like in SF. Like,
So many.
I don't
one
think
ways
there's
in San
any
Francisco.
one-ways.
It's like
that
every
I,
other street is a
frequently
one-way.
have.
And that's
Yeah.
recent. They did that over a course of a few years.
Oh no, it's
So
been
like
like that for
Maps
a long
didn't
time.
have it
At
fully
least since I've
updated.
been
So like
there.
Maps was like, just turn here, and I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna turn here, and then there's like headlights coming at you, and you're like, oh shit, no.
Yeah, but your fucking maps are all fucked up.
Dude, my Google Map, my GPS on my phone is fucked.
Really?
I don't know
What do
why.
you use? Google Maps or iMaps? Or-
Yeah, I use Google because they typically have like the better like kind of cutty like time things. Like they're better with like updating the traffic. But
I like
literally, it
my
doesn't
Android.
matter.
I like
It
my
doesn't
Android
matter
thing.
what I use.
Oh, you want one of those? Go walk in the other room and get something cold. You want something
yeah, go
warm?
get something cold.
Yeah, I have one of those
Okay.
in my cooler.
I don't want a key. I don't want no problems. All right.
You don't have that.
I don't. You already give me problems.
Okay.
Cares if
Go
a
ahead.
woman is sweet?
Yeah,
What's
he
up,
he
warm
goes.
and
He goes and
Women
takes
are
my
just
display
here
items for the snacks and donation available.
I'll
Pretty.
donate some, dude.
But okay, so
almonds,
the other
dude.
place got in trouble for smoking.
Smell that.
The other place got in trouble for smoking. Mutiny, he said, got in trouble for smoking.
Yeah, dude.
I was there when they got in trouble for drinking.
Yeah. ABC came in, right?
Yeah, and I-
no,
and I-
no ducks.
Is that what it is?
It's called. You can't have any ducks. If it looks like a duck and sounds like a duck, you can't have it. You got to have it in a. She's a special character. I love her. I know. I love her. That's one of my fucking favorite people that I've ever met here. I mean, just a fucking anomaly of a human, you know, just like crazy.
Yeah,
What are you talking
I
about?
get
Benjamin?
it because I've yeah.
You've known her for a long time.
Right.
I love her, dude.
I get people all the time that want me to like agree with them that I hate her or don't like her.
I don't
And
think
I'm
you hate
like, oh, I'm beyond hating people.
Yeah.
I go,
You're an adult.
I'd rather just not hang with
You
them.
got kids. You got two
Oh,
wives,
it's
a
just not worth
girlfriend.
it.
You
I
got,
don't. There's not enough energy in my body to hate all the people that I'm supposed to hate. Apparently,
yeah.
so no, I don't hate anyone.
There's no time for hate.
No.
You got to stay positive. You got to stay positive and stay busy.
And
That's
then-
it.
So yeah, I get that all the time. But people will go, oh, and I'll be like, no.
No.
I like it when people provide stage times and opportunities for others.
It's so much stage time.
Yeah,
You know, it's so much stage
yeah. I
time.
think she's doing like 5 or 6 or 7
7.
shows.
7 a week. That's one every day.
Yeah.
She's
There you go.
She's doing what she does.
Plus, she has her own place where she's providing people a platform there too.
Yep.
So
Yep. And you know, she's kind of turned into what was, I imagine, the brainwash for people, but it's not the same. I don't feel like people have it in the same regard, which is, it's sad.
no, and I think she does the same kind of numbers on a Friday still, right? Doesn't she do like 40 comedians on a Friday night?
Used to
Not anymore.
back in the times. Yeah.
Yeah, but like it brainwashed, that used to be a Thursday night was a brainwash, would be
Yeah.
like 40, 50, 60
It's weird,
comedians.
dude. Open micing has gotten so different after the pandemic, because before the pandemic, I would get those numbers on whatever day, whatever mic I was running. It was like,
Yeah, they're either
stacked.
afraid to be out, or now that they're out, they want to do something else other than what they
wanna-
were doing
No,
prior.
they want to do shows. Everyone thinks they deserve shows. It's the silliest thing. Everyone thinks that they're just the funniest fucking person in the world.
Oh,
and if
that they
can't
should
get a
just get a showcase.
Yeah, if they don't get a show, then they're not going to mic. And it's like, that's literally the most ass backward thing. That
Well,
I've ever heard.
it's like going into like what is it? Bodybuilding. You shouldn't go into bodybuilding if you're not going to go to the gym first.
Right.
You know,
It's literally
nobody wants to see me with their shirt off, with my shirt off.
right. And to relate that, no one wants to see a comic who isn't practicing
Right.
do their stage.
Exactly.
No one wants to see someone at punchline.
Nobody's going to pay for it.
Right.
And we were just talking about having an invested audience. Even if your investment is a $5 ticket, one drink, taking your girlfriend out, driving to some weird town, whatever it is, it's still an investment. It's still
Yeah.
time. It's still whatever. And so, yeah. And if you do all that and you get somewhere and it sucks, you're like, wow, well, that wasn't really worth it.
Yep.
And so, yeah, no, I get it. And yeah, so you're saying basically all the open mics turned into shows,
No, all the open mics are just so low on audience.
audience,
Or no,
real
on,
people.
No, I'm sorry. The open mics are low on comics, not audience. Some of these spots have great audience, and those are the ones with the most audience are the ones obviously that gets the most comics. But even those, it's like 20 comics, because like you said, 40 comics. That was what I was doing at fucking Ireland 32s.
Right.
That's what I was doing at fucking a lot of spots. Hella comics. I provide a spot on you. You didn't come by, I don't think, on Sunday night at Maze. You weren't there.
No, I was going to. Right. But that would
I
have
think it
a
was
lot.
like 12, 15 comics.
Really?
It's a hella funny fucking open mic. 15 comics.
Wow.
What can you do?
But you said they're still not getting the audience.
Well, you know, not it wasn't very much. I think it was 5 audience members on Sunday.
Right.
That's humans.
Right.
A lot of people don't get it. A lot of these new comics don't get it. You go to LA, you go to New York, you'll figure it out. When you go to open mics, it's just comics, and you pay to be there. And that's not even including a drink.
Yeah. A lot of
that's- you gotta
places.
pay.
What do you think about people charging for time?
Yeah, a lot of places in LA. All of the places in LA.
Some of the places here are now starting to do that, and so
and
it's like, ugh.
I mean, Mutiny does. Mutiny is a $2 donation.
But so that's okay. So a little bit different when it's a nonprofit.
Right.
If I was running nonprofit here, which the way I run my sole proprietorship, it is like a nonprofit.
Yeah.
There's no profit
that's
whatsoever.
what you claim
here.
at least.
Yeah, that's there's no fucking profit.
Hi, Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
How you doing? Nonprofit over here,
Yeah,
bitch.
welcome to my little tax shelter. No, but I mean, but if so, that's a little bit different when you're kind of really relying on donations or grants or
Sure.
other shows that you're running outside the
Yeah.
venue.
That's the only one that I know of that charges. I
Really?
mean, and it's like you said, it's a nonprofit. It's not. Fuck. It's not really. I keep doing that. It's not really like you're charging, but it is kind of. But it's not. It's like you gotta, if you want something, you gotta put energy into that.
Well, and
it was
so
our-
the big thing when
comics
I
need to realize
first
that.
started 16 years ago, there was a lot of bringer shows.
Right.
So there would be like these great venues, like let's say the Punchline, let's say the Improv, and you'd be able to go up, and it'd be your first couple of years of doing comedy, but you were handed like 15 brown paper tickets that you were
That's it.
expected to sell.
And you better sell them.
Otherwise, your time's
You're
going to
not-
be cut dramatically,
or you're not getting
gonna
on
get-
stage.
or you're not going on stage, or you get it the next time,
Yeah.
or you sure I don't have to give you a month out to sell these tickets?
Right. When that people get mad. People get mad at me for running I do a bringer show right now. And I hear both sides of the problem. Because when I started, I never did a bringer show. That's mainly because I'm not from the city. I don't live in the city. I mean, I was living here, but I wasn't from here. I was from the 209. No one's going to come all the way from the 209 to come see me. Just was never going to happen, right? That's why I never did it. These comics that are from the city or live in the city, go to college here, they have jobs here, they have ties to the city, they have people they know from the city. You should definitely do a bringer show. I really feel that way, especially with Hella Funny. Like, fuck, dude, it's the biggest promoter and producer in comedy in the Bay Area right now. The biggest. I would argue and say it's bigger than Punchline. Like, they put on more shows, they put up more people. It is a powerhouse of comedy. To do that bringer show is a fucking blessing, dude. Even if you bring 5 people, like, fuck, dude, I'll still put you on. Bring 5 people,
Right. Well, so as long as so the mentality's changed. It used to be, oh, we'll have a decent sized venue somewhere you would love to have somebody, and hopefully it is your first couple of years of comedy because you're trying to bring your family and your best friends and your coworkers and
Right.
the real people from your life, not the people that have been out watching you sling your shit for X amount of years going, oh, it's just another one of your shows.
Right.
And so hopefully it's the appeal that you've only been doing it so long, that it's a decent venue and that you get some decent time.
Mm-hmm.
And some of those did work out okay, but other ones are really, it's hard to have a bringer show and for it to be successful. I mean, you have to have, well, just like any other show, you have to have a combination of a lot of things, right? You have to have comedians that still promote themselves because they're selling tickets, right? They're also, hopefully the venue's selling something. Or in this case, you were talking about Hella Funny, that they're promoting it.
Right.
And so as long as you have some sort of synergy and it's just not you against, everything that's in
Right.
your way, as long as it's just not somebody dumping 15 tickets in your lap and going, okay, see you in 2 weeks.
Well, that's kind of what it is.
It is.
So, yeah, I mean, you as an artist, you as the comic, that's the whole idea of the show. I book a lot of shows. This one in particular, if you can bring, and there's comics.
But
that
what
are
I'm
doing
saying is it's not like a shitty bar.
no, it's Neck of the Woods upstairs.
It's a good
It's
venue.
it's not downstairs. You've been in Neck of the Woods
Yeah.
with Danny and on two,
Right,
whatever
right,
it is. Downstairs, I like downstairs. I don't love downstairs. I love upstairs.
Right.
Upstairs, incredible.
Right.
And great stage. Everything is perfect. It was made for comedy.
Right.
Literally, they reinvented that fucking upstairs for stand-up
Right.
and events. So it's a great opportunity. We get 100 people, 150 people. On average, the last 3 shows have been about that.
So then that's worth it.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Right.
And I get, and I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people who do these bringer shows, or not a lot, but a few people that do bringer shows, they get hate. Like True. True does a really glorified bringer because it's at a club. It's at Cobb's. My headlining set essentially was a glorified bringer. Let's just be real. He wanted me to bring people. I brought maybe 15 to 20 people. Not a lot. That's what I brought. There was still 100 people there, maybe 80 to 115 people there, somewhere in that range. I didn't bring all those people. Emily brought a couple people,
Right. Well, it depended upon everybody doing their job.
Yeah, but nobody else did. Nobody brought anybody except me and Emily. And by Emily, I mean, she brought like 5, maybe less, 3 people. I brought 20. There's a lot of my mom who flew out from Colorado. That was the podcast I did the day after on Monday.
Right.
With that fucking, was it Chris? Stoner
Oh, but you mean his show? He was.
I
the
did
host,
his shows
Chris.
on,
Yeah,
on
Chris.
Monday, right?
Right.
Yeah. So the day after, I came here and did that. So I brought my mom came out from Colorado. My dad saw me do comedy for the first time. It was a big deal for me. It was a huge opportunity.
Right.
I'm not mad that it was a bringer. Fuck that, dude. It was
Well,
because
because it was a good venue,
fuck yeah.
and it was more than just the 20 people you brought.
Yeah. If it was just the 20 people that I brought, it would have been different.
Right.
That would have been
And
different.
so everybody had to kind of do, or the club had to do,
Well, the
or
promoter did his job, too.
promoter did, or
The
somebody's doing,
producer,
somebody's working it,
Exactly.
and they're not just letting everybody go up. That's not doing it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I wouldn't have brought anybody, like Pam didn't bring anybody really. She brought a bunch of comics.
So sometimes, like if you're given 15 or even 10, let's say you're given 10 tickets and you're expected to sell that, and you have 2 weeks, and they're going to give you 15 minutes at a decent club like Cobb's, and you really only sell, half those and this and that. They might put you very upfront.
Right.
They will give you half your time.
No, those were at Cobb's pre-pandemic. Was the There Goes the Neighborhood shows. I don't know if you remember those, but
Yeah.
There Goes the Neighborhood with the guy from Sacramento and the chick from Sacramento, Shayna Schaefer, used to be a big part of that. And then she did her own thing, Stay Silly Comedy, which was also the same idea, a bringer at Cobb's. It's I didn't bring anybody for those fucking shows. Maybe 2 or 3 people. I really didn't bring anybody, but I still got time. It's like there's nothing wrong with bringer shows. Just get your fucking stage time where you can. Like God bless, but stay fucking practicing. Don't fucking sit here and shit on everybody's fucking whatever show, like the shot collar comedy or the bringer shows or whatever gimmick that the show's doing. Don't shit on the show. I did it. Everyone's subject to it. I did it. I made this post, I think on Bacon even, or maybe it was my own thing. It was like, I don't understand these gay only shows. I don't get it. Somebody who sucks dick and takes dick. I don't understand it. They didn't, but people didn't understand my perspective. They were just, oh, the cis white male talking shit, right? And it's this whole thing. Everybody talks shit about what they aren't a part of, that they want to be a part of, right? Does that make sense?
People want attention, and
People want to be a part of shit.
and they feel left out.
Yeah, they feel left out, and they're gonna talk shit.
They're gonna be butthurt. Not to take the euphemism that much further, but yeah. But yeah, I'm sure if they're not included, they'll be like, oh, this doesn't hurt me, but it does hurt them, and so
Yeah.
people will lash out and become juvenile. So
Ain't that the truth?
So
you're on the
enthralling.
edge.
I'm so excited.
What?
I can tell you're so excited. I know. Look at Emma's like ready to fall asleep.
Yeah.
She's ready to go.
This has been a very
It is, and
interesting
we're an
She's
hour
ready to
in.
go.
conversation.
So let's
She wanted to leave
shout
that
out
great.
whatever we're going to shout out. We're an hour.
Let's
in.
shout out
We're
our
good.
sponsors.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to MeUndies. And shout out to Amazon Prime, our sponsors. God bless you. Fleshlight.com. I see you. Thank you.
Fleshy.
Yeah, that's
The
what they call
fleshy.
me. that's
call you fleshy.
that's my name at the Powerhouse, at Power Exchange. And shout out to Blue Chew.
Shout it out.
Is that all of our sponsors?
Yeah.
Shout out to Hella Funny for sponsoring me.
Shout out to all the nuts.
Shout out to this motherfucker, dude.
Shout out to the nuts from the valley.
That's right. She makes my my merch. She makes my mugs.
true.
Did you know that?
Oh yeah, the coffee mugs,
The
right?
coffee mugs.
Yeah,
She's wicked. She's wicked on the fucking the pottery.
Okay.
She's sick.
Oh, she's handmade each one.
She's
Oh, yeah,
she's
completely
hand-dyed.
handmade.
Yeah, dude. That's a huge part of the merch, dude. It's locally sourced, cage free, and
Cage-free.
it's
I don't put
it-
a single bag of clay in a cage.
zero
I'm very stern about that.
no clay cages, dude.
No.
We're real fucking
No.
moral about it. And that's why I sell them for $75 a mug, and
Yeah.
and everyone loves it, dude.
Otherwise, he keeps you in the cage until you finish making them.
Dude.
No.
I do that. That's my charity. I
Emma
hope I can
Brenna's
write
so
that
small,
off of
she
my
can get out of the
taxes.
cage, dude.
Yeah,
Slide
really.
right through the bars.
Are you doing that for other people or just for Mark?
Oh no, I'm doing it for Spencer's Cop show coming up.
Yep.
Cool. So
Uh,
how do we source you?
Okay, well, I mean, you can just hit me up on my Instagram, emma.bre. I will say, I've had a couple people ask me to make them merch without a specific reason for the merch to be made. And frankly, if that's the case, I'm just gonna keep pushing off your project until you have a date for something that you want to sell. So like when you're doing Cobbs, when you're headlining
Right.
Cobbs, I see the reason around that. I can see why I'm taking time out of my life to make, and I joke that it's a charity. I make these they're handmade mugs.
Yeah.
It takes me a lot of fucking time. I sell them to comics ridiculously cheap.
And you should stop
because it's
doing
for
that.
but it's for my fucking friends. Like I want you guys
know.
like okay, legitimately.
I hope-
Shut up.
are they
Shut up. Can a woman talk for once on this fucking podcast for the thing that I know how to do?
I was gonna say how
I
long,
want
how
to
long
mark-
does it take you to take one, but I don't want to cut you off.
Dude, it takes a long ass fucking time. Like, for me to throw the form, it takes like maybe like 10 minutes, like to throw the thing.
Right.
And then I have to attach a handle onto it. That takes like maybe like another 8 to 10 minutes. And then it has to get fired. That goes through like I have to wait. I do like a community studio, so I have to wait for it to get fired. And then the glazing is where it really takes a lot more time. It takes me probably a good like 15 to 20 minutes to glaze each mug because I put these stickers on it. I create this like glaze resist. So you're saying Mark Neuer sucks. Like I have to put little fucking stickers on the mug. I have to glaze it. I have to take those stickers off very delicately. I have to wipe off like the excess like on the bottom so it doesn't stick to the kiln shelf. I have to make sure all the letters look nice and then they have to get fired again. And for me it's like, and it takes a lot of time. It takes probably more time than I like to estimate because of the little things that go wrong here and there. Like, and when I'm talking like, oh, it takes me like 8 minutes to throw a mug. I also have to wedge the clay. I'm not counting that. I'm like having to set up my space. I'm having to clean up afterwards. I'm having to get down to my studio in Pacifica, which right now takes me like an hour and a half because I
So
don't have a
maybe
car.
an average
So-
of an hour per mug.
Like, I wouldn't say that much, but
30.
it's like still, and it's a very specialized skill. So it's not something that just anyone could spend like half an hour doing and they're able to do it. Like it takes like it's taken me a long time to build up these skills. And do you mind if I talk numbers? Are you okay with that?
I don't think you should do that.
Okay. Well, so
Well,
Whatever.
and
I think you should I think you should start charging people more than what you charge me.
but that's the thing, like especially when I'm doing it for my friends, I'm doing it for comics, I'm doing it for people within the community, and yours isn't a very complicated design. What I'm doing for Spencer, they're not very complicated designs, and these are my friends and they're my broke friends
Right.
that I want to make money off of this merch without having like, and when I think about it for myself, like a mug I sell at like a like art fair, something like that, I sell for like $20 to $30 for the ones that are more like specialized that have that glaze resist. I can't comfortably sell what I do to like a friend of mine to resell as their merch and like being like these are $20 to $30 a
Right,
piece
right.
because you're not going to make profit. You're
Well,
not
that's what
going
I
to
was
sell
gonna
as
ask
many.
you. We can ask you this though: how much do you sell your mug for?
Oh, I see because originally, and this is what the game I sell game from anybody. Someone younger than me, someone of course. This is what she does. She does the fucking mugs. I sell my mugs now for like 30 a piece. Originally, it was like 20.
And I was
Right.
like, that's too cheap.
It's way too cheap. And for comics, it was like 15. Right. So my margins were were lower than what my margins are as of the headlining set. My first Cobb set that I unleashed these fucking things where we sold out immediately. I mean, with seconds. And within seconds, we sold out on my mugs the first time. The second time, the same thing, but we sold them for a higher price. And I changed my verbiage on it, my diction on it. It's $30 suggested donation. You can do whatever you want. You could sell. You could buy. You could give me $1,000 if you want for this mug, you know. And I was getting $100 for a mug
Once in a while, somebody would flip you a fit.
Yeah.
more than once in a while. It was a beautiful
Because
thing.
it's just people wanting to support something that they really appreciated. They
Yeah.
want to see you continue. They want to see you grow.
who
And
doesn't
that's
like
the point of
coffee?
merch. Yeah.
It's way better than a T-shirt. I think it's the best. I honestly think it's the best merch that you could possibly buy is a mug from Emma Brennan. No. I mean, yeah, but it is a mug. A fucking Spencer's doing dog bowls.
Yeah.
because his thing is a dog's best friend, right?
Yeah.
Instead of a man's, he is the dog's best friend. And it's genius to do the bowl that says a man's best friend, a mug that says the dog's best friend.
Yeah.
That's a combo package right there. That's a combo package for $80. That's an $80 combo package right there, you know. And if he's selling it to, you know, you can fudge with the numbers, but that's a fucking combo right there. A man's best friend mug. People love their dogs. I loved my dog.
Yeah, I have jokes around my dog.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You got Ace. You know.
Yeah. I'm
Where
his
is Ace?
emotional support human.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That's part of my.
And that could be your cop's name, Paul. Who's that? Paul Brumball, the emotional support human. You know, that
Right.
could be your. You know, that's a hilarious little tag right there.
Right.
Yeah. So, talking.
Oh,
humans, you
he's
shouldn't
in
do that.
Hawaii.
Is he?
Yeah, that bitch is getting laid.
Yeah.
Sorry.
With your wife or what? It's getting fucked.
Someone needs to be getting. Well, it's funny because the dog's always, he likes his favorite porn's doggy style,
Yeah, you're right.
and then all the cats like kitty porn.
Shut the fuck up.
Hell yeah.
I'm just telling you.
You are an animal, dude. Why don't you say that on stage? You know what's funny is you had mentioned this fucking skate park that opened up over here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
How
my
long-
god.
how
I
long do you
walked
think
We're
through-
gonna
that's-
go over there and do 10
What?
minutes over there.
Yeah, how long do you
What
think that's gonna
happened?
last? It's done as soon as
I
Xi
was-
Jinping gets out of
I
here.
actually think it's gonna last a while.
Nah, as soon as the Asian gets out of here, it's over, dude. As soon as that fucking the emperor, whatever he is, whatever his title is, yeah, all that fuck. As soon as that's done, that's going straight back to a heroin fucking den,
No,
dude.
I doubt it.
I don't.
Really?
You think they're gonna keep that? No,
I don't know.
no. It's gonna get overrun. They're not gonna keep the cops
Have
there.
you seen the numbers of people boarding over there?
Yeah, I do. They're not gonna keep the cops there though. It's gonna get overrun with the same bullshit.
Yeah, so I think the and it's not just police. Like last night, there was, I thought it was SWAT.
Yeah, CIA, the fucking people, dude. The
No,
ones.
so they had adult probation over there with flak jackets, and I'm like, oh, what is this, SWAT? There's like 20 of them all sitting there watching the guy skateboarding, and it was like whatever 7 o'clock at night, sun's down and everything else, and I'm like, oh, adult probation. I'm like, oh, I guess you guys drew the short straw tonight. You're the ones that are watching it or whatever, and so. I don't think they're going to have the numbers of, and it's not just police, but the number of,
protection.
protection, I guess.
People over there to,
I
to
think
stop
I
shit,
think
bro.
that's going to fall short, and then
It's gonna get overrun.
You think it's going to be an over?
Oh, do I think? Look at anything anywhere.
I'd be surprised. So, like, even
Why?
did you see a month and a half ago when they had the carnival over there?
Yeah. That's great. That's for a weekend. It's gonna go right back to what it's been, dude. They are fucking fronting, dude. Have you been down to 5th on Mission 5th down? Come on, dude.
Oh, I know.
They got fucking.
There's always going to be somewhere, and the city
It's
is overrun
bullshit,
a
bro.
lot of places. So.
It's bullshit. They're playing fucking pretend for. China has already bought San Francisco. It's well known. Let's be real. China owns San Francisco. It's known.
Sure, you don't want to jump in on this part of it because you were.
I can't.
We were doing really good with the mugs.
No. Let's talk about
No,
mugs.
it's good. Yeah, let's talk about China. I
No,
will
dude.
say I have
China's.
to.
Go ahead, please.
No, I have to leave in like 5 minutes.
No, I'm ready to go
catch up.
anyways.
You're good.
I gotta smoke a cigarette. I'm talking about.
You're talking
fucking
about China.
I'm about to.
Yeah,
I'm about to
running
announce.
this podcast.
I'm about to
Let me
announce
see
my
what's going on.
presidency and shit, dude. I'm about to fucking start running for
But
president.
I think
I like
I
being
think it's gonna
ignorant.
last a little bit
It's my
longer.
vice president right here, dude.
I like to be ignorant. I'm a good vice president.
Yeah. Let's fucking wrap
Keep
it,
me in
dude.
the dark.
Here's the deal.
All
If
right.
you don't know, you won't know. Paul Brumball is one of the baddest
San
motherfuckers.
Francisco
Remember,
legend.
San Francisco.
That's the San Francisco legend.
Please get that right.
This is a bad motherfucker right here. I'll tell you this right now. He's so funny. It was so good to have you on Sunday, dude, and it's a blessing, man. Don't start tapping your shit, dude.
No, I'm not tapping.
Oh,
my shit.
put me
I'm
on-
going,
put me on
I'm going
camera.
from me back to you.
Put
guys.
me on camera. Let me look at
I'm
this
going
fucking
to.
camera.
I'm going to.
Don't be fucking with me.
We've on the
trying to.
camera the whole
I was trying
time,
to-
Mark. The
Yeah,
entire
he had
time.
to have
It's
me
only been,
switch.
it's been me sitting here while you're just fucking ranting. I've just been like, I.
Why don't you say something?
Don't give
Because
him any
it's
more from me.
Yeah, you got me on the yerbs, dude.
I got him on the herbs. That was my bad.
She's fucking straight yerbed
That was
out,
a good
dude.
shot.
This is Queen Yerb. Here's the deal. This is the baddest motherfucker in the world, dude. You gotta book him. Book him everywhere. He's hilarious in Africa, whatever, dude.
In Africa.
And fucking the Philippines, wherever, dude. Give him money. Book him. He's amazing. I love you. It was so good to have you on Sunday, and
Hell yeah.
I hope to have you again soon. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll tell you this. I'm drunk.
no, not you.
That was
You're
also
drinking
my
the new,
bad.
Crystal Geyser vodka.
I didn't trust
tequila.
whatever blue stuff came out of that lemonade jar. Nope, I'm good.
You done?
Actually, no, I'll take that.
Yeah,
Thank
kill it.
you. Cheers.
And Emma, thank
For
you.
the
I
show.
appreciate you. How do we keep up with everything? Emma Brennan.
Follow me on Instagram,
Emma
Emma.bre. I will post eventually.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Get your mugs from this bitch, dude, or from me. Don't look at my titties.
All right, guys. Until next time, my name is Paul Brumbaugh. We are out of here. And yeah, this has been The Edge.
I've been
We'll see you next time.
I love you.
Yeah.